Hey, what's up, guys? Interracial equality here. I found a interesting video that I thought that we could all watch together. Um, Before we start, I just want you all to know that I'm not discriminating or judging anyone or like what they're into and all that kind of stuff. I just thought this was an interesting video and that we could all, sit together and have a good old time. So, here we goes.
In the words
Okay, so we're not 20 seconds into this video or anything. And like I said before at the start, not judging, not discriminating, not any of that. But what the heck? This woman has a, a bottle in her mouth. And she's 20. She tells you later on that she's 20. And I'm not judging or anything, but okay. Each to their own, right?
of Peter Pan, I never want to grow up.
Can I put it on the fridge? Hooray!
I'm a little and he's my daddy.
The end.
This is a valley of ashes, a fantastic farm where ashes grow like wheat into ridges and hills, and grotesque gardens where ashes take the form.
I just gotta say, my dude here is looking at her like he's never once heard her read in his entire life or something like that. Or he could just be, longingly looking at her, how beautiful she is as she reads. One of those romantic types. Who knows?
Form of houses and chimneys and rising smoke, and finally, with a transcendent effort of men who move dimly and already crumbling through the power dreary air.
Peppa and Emily Elfrant like to share their toys with each other.
I just want to sincerely apologize to that cat. I mean, look at that thing. He's kind of just here like, what the heck am I doing here? Like, this person, I don't want to associate with this person. This is not my human. This is someone completely different. And the other thing that has kind of, got me confuddled a little bit is she was reading fine. I know this is like a part of all of it, but she was reading like perfectly fine. And then she, like, is that what happens? Did like littles just transform from grown ass people into little kids? I mean, I literally can't comprehend it. It confuses me a little bit. But like I said, each to their own, right?
Go ahead, little girl.
My name is Max, and I'm 20, but not really because I'm 5.
No, Max, you're not a 5-year-old. You're a 20-year-old. 7,300 days have gone by since you were born. That makes you a 20-year-old, right? Now, just because you act like a 5-year-old doesn't just automatically make you a 5-year-old. And if you have some sort of time machine, I would love to use it because there's some things I've done in the past that I want to change. But seeing as you don't really have one, I'm just going to stick with the whole, you are a 5-year-old. Nope, wrong one. You're a 20-year-old. There we go. Yeah, 20. Whoops, you confused me.
My name is Johnny, and I'm 31. The rain stopped. Do you want to go to the park?
Yeah.
Yeah? You want to go to the park?
Because you're off, and I have a daddy baby day.
Daddy baby day. Let's get a jacket on.
Okay. And shoes. I have to wear shoes. Also, I want to take Moana.
Okay.
Moana.
DDLG, by definition, is Daddy Dom Little Girl, and it is a subsection of BDSM, which is a part of kink. I was just discovering things about the community, learning a bit more about it. I decided to try it out, and I've just loved it ever since. It's just me.
I'm a pizza.
There are a lot of people in the community that do this sexually, and I am not one of those people. This is a completely non-sexual lifestyle for me.
Yeah.
The way Max first told me that she was part of this lifestyle, she had shown me the videos that she was watching. She showed me a sippy cup and that she was eating these baby snacks. And I think that's when we had the conversation about it.
Mom, did I ever use a sippy cup when I was a baby?
What?
Did I ever use a sippy cup when I was a baby?
Yes, you can.
Did I use it for long?
Yes.
How long are we talking? Like a year? Okay. Pardon? Longer than a year? Okay. Well, there we go. I used the sippy cup for like a year. Well, I mean, it's fine, I guess, if you're into using sippy cups, I guess. 20-year-old woman using a sippy cup. Just imagine walking into your home and just, you know, seeing your girl or your man just sitting there with a sippy cup. Think about that.
Way home. Are you step in a puddle?
I know a lot of people look down on more hardcore versions of the DDLG subset, but for a lot of people, it's non-sexual. And like for us, it's non-sexual. If it's been a really hard day and she's been a really good girl, we'll go to the park.
I like puddles. Driving to the park. Oh!
If this girl says "wee" one more time, I'm gonna like lose it. Like, no joke. Wee! Fuck. Just say it one more time, I dare you.
I'm little a lot of the time, especially when we're at home, when we're just relaxing and I'm with him. I'm little when I want to be. I'm little when it's right to be. But of course, it's not something that like I can't control. Like if we're out in public, you know, I don't just randomly like shout "daddy" because that's involving other people in something that they didn't consent to.
Okay, stop. I'm
See, at least they have the whole, you know, consent thing down. Because if I was a little, big if there, if I was a little, I'd be the type of little that, you know, in public, just be like, "Daddy," or, you know, the also common senpai. Well, that's just me though. I don't know about the rest of you. Probably not the same, but yeah, I'll do it. Comment down below if you do it too.
sick. Easy, Daddy. Ah. Oh no, my socks are wet. Hi-ya! Oh, they're very wet now. They're very wet now.
I mean, she jumped in a puddle. I mean, what was she expecting? For her to jump in and, you know, come out and be like, "Oh man, my socks are, you know, they're so dry now. They're like super dry now."
Ah, they're wet now.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not a big kid. Yes, I am.
My dom, my daddy, takes care of me, but I also take care of him. We take care of each other. And I think having that nurturing aspect to the relationship really makes it strong.
Thank you, Papa.
Well, that's good. I mean, I wish I had a daddy that would take care of me. I mean, mine walked away. He said that he was gonna go buy some cigarettes, and then he never came back. So I guess I don't really understand where, you know, how she's going, because, you know, she still has a daddy in her life. Yeah. So yeah, you know, lucky her, you know.
Kiss. I love you. Daddy!
You still want your babies?
Can I have some milk instead of water? Got it. It's heavy.
Okay, don't even pretend that, you know, you didn't lift that out of the fridge with one hand, and then all of a sudden you go, "It's heavy." I'm actually slowly dying while, you know, doing this.
This is my little corner, and this is where I keep most of my stuffies and some other stuff, and this is my passy box.
Oh my god, she has a passy box. I mean, I thought I was the only one with a passy box, but she has a passy box too. You know how exciting that is to finally find someone else that has a passy box? Like, oh my gosh, this is like, oh man, I've been waiting for this day for so long. Like, no joke. I mean, I can finally get my passy box out and be like, "Yo, girl, we have the same box, hey!" I mean, don't act like you don't have one. You probably all have one, just hiding underneath your bed or something. Don't pretend you don't, because you do. You know it.
And this has all of my pacifiers and stuff in it. And I have a lot of them. Vegetables and stuff.
Okay, let's just be serious right now. Imagine someone came over to their place and accidentally stumbled on this pacifier box, right? And they see it and they're like, ah, a box full of pacifiers, right? Do you guys have a baby? And then the dude just goes, no, we didn't have a baby. And then, the person's like, then why do you have it? And then he just imagine how awkward that would be. Like, just imagine how awkward that would be, just someone finding that and then asking you a bunch of questions why you have a pacifier. Like, that is just weird and creepy. Each to their own.
Like that, and I really like those. All of my rules over here by the bed so that I can see them. I have an extensive list of rules, but the main ones are no tantrums, no saying no, and those are the two that I'm not that great at.
Those of you who paused and actually read all the rules, you'd actually read that one of the rules is don't be afraid of new things, which kind of contradicts, her whole thing in a way, because, a new thing for her would be, growing up, which, she doesn't really want to do and she's kind of afraid of because, I mean, I could be wrong, but that's kind of what I'm kind of getting from her. And I've said kinda way too many times.
I break a rule, then I get timeouts. I just have to sit here in the corner and stare at the wall and do nothing.
Anytime that I want a story, he'll read it to me because we like reading together, and sometimes I get to read the books, and if I don't know how to say a word, he helps me.
She made a very big muddy splash.
Shush. My favorite toys are all of my stuffies and my Monster High dolls. Those are my favorite, and I don't know if it counts as a toy, but I love the cats. I like to play with them. Daddy, have you ever noticed that broccoli looks like trees? I'm the best at coloring.
To try and explain this lifestyle in terms of a little, this lifestyle is kind of like a coloring book where she hands me the lines and I can just fill them in with whatever color I want, basically.
We're both equal.
Yeah.
Can I put it on the fridge? On the fridge. On the fridge.
On the fridge. Sorry, it's kind of catchy. I had to join.
Hooray! We did it. We did it.
I am so vulnerable and so open in little space that's where I want to keep it. Like it's a safe place and it's a place that we share together.
You have fun today?
Yeah. The best fun in the world.
Most fun ever.
Most fun ever with the best daddy ever.
My daddy and I are very much in love, and this is something that we do to strengthen that bond.
Daddy, I'm super tired. Yeah.
I am an adult. I'm 20 years old. I pay my bills. I do my taxes. It's never interfered, and I don't think that it will. I will always have that childlike sense of wonder about me. And whether or not in 20 years I still call myself a little, I know that I'm gonna have that inside me because I don't want to grow up.
Anyway, that was a nice little ending there. Sorry to any of the littles if you guys are in the comment section. There we go, comment section of the video. Not trying to be a jerk or anything, just thought it was a nice video to kind of get out there. Like I said at the beginning, I wasn't trying to judge or discriminate or anything. But I guess that will do it for my first video. If you like that and kind of want some more, I would like to ask you to subscribe and leave a comment down and like and share it with your friends or whatever. So I'll catch you all boys later.